What is that?
Today I can't get the smile off my face because I'm driving the Competition M5. The 2019 Competition M5, is it worth the extra bucks? Is this car worth more money above and beyond the standard M5? And more importantly, if you're upgrading from the F10, is it really that much better than the F10? There's a lot of things that are pretty standard. Competition, huge. You've got the large brakes up front, tall wheels, P0s on there for rubber. Standard M5, although you've got carbon fiber touches, carbon fiber lip there. This wonderful, wonderful matte blue finish paint. Man, does it ever look gorgeous. That paint is really, really stunning. The rear tail light assembly is more or less the same. Then we move down here, we've got the nice carbon fiber wrapped exhaust system, carbon fiber rear diffuser, little vents with lights. Pretty standard fare stuff. Carbon fiber roof up here, up top. And what do we have in the front? We have the latest LED headlights for the 5 Series. Carbon fiber front spoilers and lips. Carbon fiber front kidney grille, which it's a beautiful touch. Doesn't jump out at you, but it does give you that, paint you that extra little something something that makes it look special. So let's look what's under the hood. Whoa. Whoa. That is magnificent. Oh. What a thing of beauty. Packed in here is 620 horsepower out of this twin turbo 4.4 liter V8. Produces so much torque, so much horsepower. We're gonna go for a ride right away and explain to you really why this thing is so special. So let's start in the back area, why not? Back seats, in typical 5 Series fashion, lots of room. Let's climb on in and try that out. Even guys like me, I'm not overly tall, but I've got a ton of headroom. Got a ton of foot room here and knees, even pretty good knee space right here. Great controls. You've got a little more independent controls. 2 sets of controls here, 2 sets of DC available for your kids or the executive that must charge in their laptop or their cell phones. 2 different vents. Very well equipped. What can you say? The leather interior is beautiful. You've got the mood lighting there, which is totally changeable. You can make that orange or green or red or whatever you want, like purples, for example. Seat belts. You've got the M touch throughout, very nice touch. This little wonderful package right here, we can click this down. So this is a nice touch. If you've got skis or a golf bag or something that needs to fit and it's a little bit longer, it's a great touch. Again, the mood lighting. And we'll move to the front of the car. This is absolutely a magnificent place to be. What can you say? We have the mood lighting throughout. You can see the mood lighting on the door panels as well. You've got the mood lighting that runs the gambit right here, goes all the way around the dash. Mood lighting, when you've got that hot date and you really want to get something going on, you've got the mood lighting. You've also got this great new texturing here. High gloss gives it that ultra rich look. A little bit more of that fiber look down here. This great new M drive control that you find in the M cars here. Really, really sharp. A little more functional too.
Obviously, this is a brand new shifter that's come into effect. We can change the setup as we're driving. So that's what these ceramic controls here are on the side.
I mean, you can alter the shift speed or the shift points very easily, like you say, right? Park, it's all integrated in one control. It's very clean and it's attractive as well. It doesn't hurt that it's even been ergonomically improved, but also cosmetically. And of course, the red start-stop button. You have the M1 and the M2 buttons. Totally configurable. The M1 right now is set to Eco, basically Miss Granny Urus mode. And the M2 is Lamborghini Aventador mode. So really lots of great ways to dial this car into your liking. Some great seats, very, very aggressive bolstering here. You can see throughout the M5 logo. No surprises there, you're in an M5. Thingy down in here, pops that open halfway, half and half, go through all your junk. Great to put your garbage in there, done deal. And again, we have the most recent version, the touchscreen version of the M Drive or the iDrive interface.
So the iDrive, it's been slowly getting progressively better. Touchscreen now, and maybe we can pan over to that after. The touchscreen is great. You can use it just like a smartphone, just with a turn of
every cast app to you was thinking
a turn of the fingers.
Comfortable, everything's power and heated. You've got mood lighting. It's everything you could imagine in a luxury sedan. Oh. Very, very quick. Yes. But wait. You hit those magical M buttons and you put your foot to the floor and look out, all 620 horsepower of fury becomes released and it will crush just about anything in its path. Now, what makes this M5 so damn special? Well, let me explain. The F10 was the previous generation, had a very similar configuration. It had rear-wheel drive, 4.4 liter V8 twin turbocharged with the Competition, was very, very fast and powerful. This one here ups the power, but now in this Competition and standard M5 models, you can dial in all-wheel drive. Now wait a minute, for those that hate all-wheel drive, that's okay. You can actually disable it in this car. So you can have your cake and eat it too. You want to do those smoky burnouts, you can do that in this car. You want to have comfortable, reliable, and safe driving when the roads get crappy, you've got all-wheel drive. This is really everything you could want in a comfortable luxury sedan that puts down the numbers. This thing is as fast as a Lamborghini Huracan. What's not to like about that? Lamborghini Huracan 610-4 costs you about $350,000. This costs you about $150,000. Seems to me like you can get yourself a nice used Gallardo or something, as well as your M5 Competition. The value is here, there's no doubt in my mind. So now we roll off in automatic mode, and it feels every bit as comfortable as any other luxury sedan should feel. It's extremely quiet, it's muted. You don't hear a lot of sounds around you. All you hear is that loud sound of silence. The car is very quiet and muted and comfortable. The ride is soft and relaxed. It's non-offensive. You could drive your grandmother to the clinic, you know what, and she probably won't have a problem riding in this car. It's extremely relaxed. You can also take those executive friends of yours for a dinner date downtown at that high-end restaurant. It does have a little bit of a rumble. There's no secret that there's no secret that it would give that perception to somebody riding along, but you don't have to drive it like that. Driving along, it's very comfortable. The steering's relaxed, the suspension is tight but not harsh. It's very soft. It's actually overall just a nice, pleasant ride, like a drive in the country. And the birds chirping, and you can see the grass growing, and love is in the air. However, there are different modes to this beast. It's an easy toggle to manual mode, so either you can pull on the lever or you can pull on the paddle shifters. So we're going to toggle the lever to the right, that puts us in manual mode. This M5 Competition motor is bolted to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Don't let that fool you though. Everybody thinks, okay, the car's getting soft, they're all-wheel drive, and now that it's got an automatic transmission, it's larger, it's heavier than its predecessors. That seems to counter anything that seems to go against the whole philosophy of owning an M5. But don't let all that silliness fool you, because when you drop the hammer in this thing, it will surprise you. Acceleration in this car is nothing short but violent. The kind of violent that you get when your jet plane, your Lear jet, is accelerating down the runway and it finally decides to take off. That's the kind of acceleration it feels like when it's pulling you in the seat. Right about. This thing pulls so hard, and because all four wheels are biting, there's virtually little wheel spin, unless of course you disable the infamous all-wheel drive. But we won't do that today. Whoa, whoa, holy. Too fast, way too fast. Even with the all-wheel drive and all the safety nannies that BMW puts into these vehicles, this thing is incredibly fast. Holy. Takes my breath away. Wow. I feel like I'm almost going to have a heart attack here. That thing is crazy quick. Right about one. Let's take a break for a second. So, for those people that feel that the M5 has lost its soul, I'm gonna say this much. I've driven the F10, and the F10 was a little bit sterile compared to the E60 M5 before it. There's lots of different variations of the M5, but the one that most recently comes to mind is the wonderful 400 horsepower V8 powered M5. You could still get it with a manual transmission. Great car. Then they moved to the E60 M5, the wonderful V10. Only problem with that car was it was a little sensitive, the differentials were weak and soft, and the SMG transmission was a little bit slow and lurchy. But the engine was literally one of the best engines ever made for an M5. Now moving right along, the F10 comes along after the M5, and then moving right along, the F10 comes along, and the F10 was a really, really great car. On paper, it did a lot of great things. It was fast. It was faster than the E60. It had a dual clutch transmission. It was comfortable. It looked great. It just lacked some soul. It didn't have, a fire-breathing feel to it, even though it was fast and really crazy. And with the DCT, it shifted well, and the car was easy to drive, and you could still get it with a manual gearbox in North American markets. There was a lot to like about the F10, but it was a little bit sterile. And so now we move into the current generation, the F90. When the F90 came out with the standard M5, it blew the doors off everything. It blew the doors off the F10. It was a better car, faster car, and they brought a bit of edginess back. I'm not sure how you can quantify that, but the car feels more alive. It's more energetic than the F10 ever could dream to be. Now with the competition, they add a little bit more power, put some of the little extra doodads in there, shed a wee bit of weight, and honestly dial everything, suspension, transmission, shift speeds, and the power and everything is upped. And this car is magnificent. I honestly can't get enough. This is the kind of car you just want to go around and around and around in circles and just run the wheels off of it. It is so fast. So incredible that it almost brings tears to the eyes because it is so incredibly fast. Like I said back there, a little burst of acceleration almost made me lose my breath. It is so quick. So let's show you a couple of quick passes in this car. Whoa. Woohoo! Holy smokes. So if you like the M5 as much as I did, then you'll appreciate why my So if you like this review and this M5 as much as I do, then you can appreciate what I'm all about. And that's life's way too short to drive boring cars. So get yourself in a car like this and go have some fun. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you on the next video. Catch you then, guys. Bye-bye.